That's great. That's wonderful. Welcome, folks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining us today. My guest today is Adam Niemerg. He is running for the 109th District seat here in Southern Illinois, and we're going to talk to him about that, about all kinds of different things. We're going to talk about insurance today. We're probably not going to talk a lot about insurance. If you want.
We can.
He can talk that intelligently. Right. Well, we're probably going to talk, who knows what we're going to get to. We're going to talk about all kinds of things, but we do appreciate you tuning in here on Wabash Catch TV, over in Salem on Channel 3, here in Flora, up in Louisville, up in Hartville, Watson on Channel 100, same story down in Sisney, Jeff, Fairfield, over in West Salem and Albion. Thank you so much for however you are tuning in. What's going on here right after Thanksgiving Day is over, and you're off the TV now, so you can go ahead and take a breath, do whatever you like.
There you go.
What's going on? Actually, not a ton of stuff. This being Tuesday, December 3rd. Just in time for Christmas, the Fairfield Memorial Hospital, they've got their book fair back starting today. The book fair is held in the, it'll be today through I'm not sure, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Medical Arts Complex Education Room. A portion of the proceeds from the sale of the books will benefit the SCU Activity Fund, as well as the FMH Foundation. For more information, give them a call. You can call the FMH administrator at 847-8243. Probably have all kinds of good books in there for you. Also, kind of an entirely different change of pace over in Salem tonight. Now, this is kind of an interesting deal, and this is probably something that I'll end up asking you about here eventually. Just give you some time to think about it. It's marijuana, what parents need to know with legalization coming. This event. This is in Salem at the theater and the cultural center, and it is today from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. tonight. This event will be packed with information geared toward parents, guardians, and education regarding the upcoming legalization of marijuana in Illinois. Speakers will begin at 5:30 and will conclude with local law enforcement, an area judge, individuals in recovery, as well as an addiction counselor, and a brief presentation on the history and scientific facts surrounding marijuana through the years. At the conclusion of the presentations, there will be a panel discussion and time for audience questions. That's cool. If you are a concerned parent and have questions you can't seem to find answers to, this is an event that you will not wish to miss. That is at the Salem Theater and Cultural Center there in downtown Salem. You know where it is. Over in Ken Mundy today, at Ken Mundy, they'll have a grief share meeting. They do this, I want to say, every 2 weeks. Grief Share is a grief support group designed to help folks rebuild their lives after losing a loved one. The group is led by caring folks who have experienced grief and really would like to help folks through the difficult days ahead. They know it hurts. They want to help. That's at 6:30 to 8:30 this evening at the Ken Mundy Christian Church. Also, up in Effingham tonight, this is Tuesday, so it's their big bingo night at the Effingham Event Center. Come out to the Effingham Event Center, formerly known as the Knights of Columbus Hall, for early bird and lightning raffle before bingo starts at 7 p.m. Actually, they're calling it bongo. I don't know. Do you know the difference between bingo and bongo?
I really don't.
Do you ever go to the Effingham Event Center for their Tuesday night bingo?
No, I don't. I need to get over there.
No, you sure do. You know you do. I'm sure it'll help you a lot. They will have games, late bird, lightning raffle, Powerball, and Columbia games. You must be 18 or older to play. This is also National World Trick Shot Day. That's the Harlem Globetrotters right there. And that fella is shooting a basketball down into a hoop a long way below him. Get ready for World Trick Shot Day. It hits on the first Tuesday of December. The world-famous Harlem Globetrotters, the originators of the trick shot, bring this celebration to give enthusiasts a chance to showcase their most impressive shots. Like the Harlem Globetrotters, this day celebrates the trick shot. Every opportunity should be taken to capture your best shot. Demonstrate every twist, jump, and flip. Trick shots are not only entertaining, but they're also inspiring gravity-defying feats of physics. Take trick shots to the next level. And what they suggest folks do today, take a video of you doing your best trick shot, and then by all means, put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram, put it on social media. What's your best trick? Did you play basketball in high school?
Yes, I did. I played basketball.
You were a basketball player. I'm trying to, if it was on T-Town, right?
That's right. It was for T-Town. That's correct.
What level did you folks reach while you were there?
Well, when I was in high school, I stopped playing about my junior year. But in the year 2000, I wasn't a part of the team. I was on the team, but I didn't play. We were in state, second place in state.
There you go.
2000.
See, that's cool. So a former state athlete. How about that? Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I have too. So that's cool. What else is going on? This is also, of course, the National Day of Giving. National Day of Giving encourages folks giving back. It takes place the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. It kind of goes along with Cyber Monday. You have Black Friday, Small Town Saturday, and then you have Cyber Monday, and then today is the National Day of Giving. Hopefully you haven't spent all your money, ladies and gentlemen, and still have something left that you can donate. There's several ways you can do it. You can donate. Set up a collection for non-perishable food at work. Deliver the collection to a local food pantry. How about donate gift cards to a shelter? That's pretty cool. Collect new toys and donate them to children spending the holidays in the hospital. Also, make blankets for those receiving cancer treatment. All kinds of things that you can do. The National Day of Giving began in 2012 at the 92nd Street YMCA in New York City. They created the Day of Giving to bring focus to charitable season in the wake of the commercialized Black Friday and Cyber Monday. There you go. Well, how about that? That's all right. What do you want to watch on television tonight? What's new on TV? On Wabash Catch TV tonight, we've got all kinds of stuff. Games going on galore. The new Neagles will be at Salem tonight. That's at 6:15. The JV starts at 6:15. Varsity will follow that. That's on the Salem channels, Channel 3 and Channel 99. Also, we'll have Dietrich at the Sisney Running Lions tonight. The Moving Maroons will be down in Sisney. JV again at 6:15. Varsity to follow. That's on Channel 100 or Channel 25. Some games going on around the NCAA. It's St. Peter's, the St. Peter's Peacocks at the St. John's Red Storm. That's on FS1, Channel 610. Also, the Northwestern Wildcats. This is the start of the ACC Big Ten Showdown. Actually starts on Monday night, but they'll go through Tuesday and Wednesday night. The ACC taking on the Big Ten. The Wildcats at Boston College. That's ESPNU, followed by Rutgers Scarlet Knights at the Pitt Panthers. If you want to go to ESPN2, you can watch the Iowa Hawkeyes at Syracuse, and that'll be followed by Florida State at Indiana. Also, in the Michigan Wolverines on ESPN, they'll be at number 2 Louisville Cardinals, followed by the Michigan State Spartans at the Duke Blue Devils. A couple of good games, all kinds of good games in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. One hockey game to tell you about, the Tampa Bay Lightning playing at the Nashville Predators. That's at 7 p.m. on the NBC Sports Network, Channel 216. And finally, NBA basketball. A couple of games. The Dallas Mavericks are at the New Orleans Pelicans. That's at 6:30. And then the Portland Trail Blazers will take on the LA Clippers. That's all coming up tonight. You can watch all that if you have enough time to watch all that.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot. We'll be right back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today, Adam Niemerg. We're going to talk about all kinds of different stuff. Do please stick around. Back after this.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining today. My guest is Adam Niemerg. He is one of the candidates for the 109th District up in Springfield, the House of Representatives in the state of Illinois. And we're going to get to know Adam today. A lot of folks, I'm guessing, folks hear that you're from T-Town, and they don't realize that may even be a part of this district. Do you run into that much?
Yes, I do, because Effingham County is essentially cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
I've got parts of Effingham County, then another representative has other parts of Effingham County. So when somebody asks me where you're from and where's the district, typically I'll have to explain that to them.
Yeah.
Say, hey, T-Town's still in it, but Teutopolis is actually cut in half.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful on which side of the street.
Well, I've got the picture of it here. I can go ahead and run the picture, and we'll take your name off of there. But yeah, that just kind of tells you are up there you're living in Dietrich, I guess, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, living in Dietrich. But how many square miles have you done the math yet? Do we know how many square miles the entire thing covers?
No, I don't know the square miles, but I can tell you what I put on my van, and that was 2,500 miles in the last month.
Oh, is that right?
So, yes.
So you basically have. When did you announce?
October 1st or September 29th, October 1st. So we came into the game just a little bit late, but that was the time frame that we had to work with, and we just got out right away, started knocking on doors, getting out to meet as many people as we could.
I've got to ask why. What do you want to change? What are your plans? Why are you wanting to go to Springfield?
That's a very good question. I want to change Illinois to make it better.
Yeah.
To bring Southern Illinois conservative values to Springfield and restore common sense to the capital, because we have a tax and spend problem in Illinois, and we need to curb that. So I've got a couple things on my platform that I'm really passionate about. One is I'm very pro-life. The reproductive health care law that was passed this summer, I'd like to honestly repeal that.
Oh, really?
Yep, I would. Secondly, I do want to enact pension reform.
That's
a big hot button issue.
Big.
It's a big hot button issue. And with pension reform, my number one concern that relate to the voters is I am not here to take away a pension that you already are receiving or plans for a pension that you will receive. So if you have 20 years in and you have 5 years left to retire, I don't want to reduce the amount of your benefits per se that you will earn. But in addition to that, I want to take, if you're hired on new, then I want that to be changed so we can make the state solvent down the road so we can forecast our obligations and expenditures as we see it. So we do need to have some pension reform in Illinois.
That's how many billions of dollars is the state behind now in the pension?
It's 40% funded. It's the money's not there. We need to have some subsequent change, and I believe that we can do that. But we do need to get more support, more conservative support moving forward, so we can enact real change in the pension system to essentially make it solvent. Because if we get to a point where we're in junk bond status, or if we have to file bankruptcy as a state, everything becomes renegotiated.
Sure.
So everything's on the table, and I don't want it to get it that far.
Well, yeah.
I don't believe that it should. We need to work together.
How close do you think we were to getting that far along to declaring bankruptcy? Tell everybody what you do. You have a business background.
Yes, I do. I work for Country Financial. I'm a senior property claims adjuster, which means that I negotiate and settle all claims related to property and farm. So if you have a particular claim that comes in, I first need to determine coverage.
Right.
So I need to get into the weeds on that to make sure that everything is accurate and
Determine
correct.
coverage, then determine value.
That's right, and determine value and determine the scope of damage. So that's everything that I do in my job, which gives me a great stepping stone into becoming a state representative, because I'm able to read and interpret policy. I understand financials and how to run a quarterly report. So.
You would probably, more than most, be able to delve into the really fine print, I'm guessing.
Yes, absolutely. I know where, if it's interesting how, if you're reading a sentence of any type of policy or any type of legislation, a comma, a the, an and, can kind of change the intent and the complexity of it. So you really need to watch out for that.
What do you when you're meeting people on the road then, and they hear that you're an insurance adjuster? They think, oh, I've had trouble with an insurance adjuster in the past. Oh, this guy he's out to mess with me. No, but that's not the gig, is it?
No. The intent is to pay as much as we possibly can on the claim.
Yeah.
And to help that person restore their home and restore their property to what it was before the loss. So we always want to work with that person to reach a fair resolution. And that's a very good point that you say, because sometimes there could be some conflict there. If there's a coverage conflict, if there's a disagreement on how much damage there actually is,
Sure.
you have to negotiate that.
Yeah.
You have to reach a negotiated settlement with that particular person, which, again, is a good catalyst to what would be in the state representative position, which is working with people and negotiating to reach a fair resolution to move this state, to get our financial house in order.
You know, that is, we've talked about it a little bit. We're not going to talk about it a whole lot more, because I didn't really want to get too deep in the weeds on policy and that kind of thing. But you are I've interviewed each of them. The other, I haven't heard so much of an emphasis on the financial side of it lately. That's kind of surprising to me.
It's very important. For me, I've got pro-life legislation, pension reform, and our financials. We need to get our house in order and bring business back to Illinois. My gosh, you drive down 57 and there's 4 or 5 signs from Effingham to Marion saying, go move to Kentucky.
Yeah.
We need to change that. We need to bring
You see the same thing whenever you're driving up near Chicago. You see move to Wisconsin, move to Indiana. It's just all over the place, and it's because the tax structure is different in those kind of areas, isn't it?
Yes.
That's pretty good. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We're going to get to know Adam a little bit more when we return. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, and we'll be back right after this. Do stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest today is Adam Niemerg, a young man out of Teutopolis, Illinois, from Teutopolis, lives in Dietrich now, and he is running for the 109th District representative here in the state of Illinois. I'm trying to remember, you wouldn't be the youngest, would you?
I am.
Well, you're the youngest running in this one.
Yes, the youngest running in this one.
Yeah, if you won, you're not going to be the youngest representative.
No, I don't believe so.
I'm trying to remember I'm remembering from 8th grade civics class. That was a long time ago. You have to be 21 or 25.
21.
Is it 21?
Yep, for state representative. That's correct.
All right, cool. All right, so now we have that straight. Yeah, that's good. Tell me about your family. Tell me tell me the missus, where'd you go to school, all kinds of stuff. What is the Adam Niemerg story?
Great, thanks. I graduated Teutopolis High School in 2002, and then whenever I graduated, I went to Eastern Illinois University.
Okay, why did you go to Eastern?
Because they had the best program for teaching at the time. And what I decided to do was I was going to get my master's and try to become a history instructor, or just kind of move that way, because I was really interested in history, or I was going to pursue a political science degree.
Okay.
So once I had gotten to Eastern, I went to Lakeland for a few years, and then I went to Eastern. I decided I'm just going to pursue history. That's what my main interest is in, and that's where I'd like to be.
What's your fort? What do you prefer to read when you're reading history?
I read a lot of military history.
Do you?
So I read a lot of biographical books. I just finished one by a World War II fighter ace, Bud Anderson. And then there's another favorite author of mine, Adam Makos. He writes a lot about the World War II. He writes about the Pacific Theater and the European theater. So I'll read just about anything I can. And that's kind of where my main focus is World War II history and military history. But at that particular point in time, the teaching didn't look like it was going to happen. The bottom was kind of falling out of that industry, and I had to kind of switch gears a little bit. So once I graduated college, there was an opportunity to go to work for Country. So I made the application and sent that into Country, and here we are today, 11 years later, working for Country.
That's cool.
So Didn't use my degree, but
That's fine. That's all right. That's cool. You read a lot of history that you clearly enjoyed. And you say World War II is kind of what you like. What can you take from the reading of some of, I guess if you're military history, you're reading tactics, you're reading a lot of things about how folks just have to be prepared. What can you take from your background, outside of the financial district, what can you take from that forward?
what I can do is my understanding and getting involved in reading and writing and knowing, okay, this is what we're dealing with on this particular instance and how I can relate that into politics and into what we're dealing with here today. So, for example, my bachelor's in history isn't necessarily just about history. I've always had an interest in politics.
Sure.
So history and politics go hand in hand. So, for example, when I was a young child back in 1992, I was telling my friends.
That's hurtful, young child back in 1992.
I was telling my friends.
I was 24.
Yeah, sorry.
I was 25 in 1990. That's when I got married, for crying out loud.
Well,
27 years ago. Go ahead.
What I did is I would tell my friends who Ross Perot was and why he was a spoiler in the election. So I always. History and politics go hand in hand. And
so you saw it coming.
Oh, yeah, saw it coming.
Did you realize that he was going to get George Bush beat?
Well, once Bill Clinton played the saxophone, I knew it was over.
Played the saxophone on the Today Show, didn't he?
That's right. And then Ross Perot came in, and it was done for
And you're
George
8
Bush.
years old making this. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That is all right. I like. Well, that's the thing. Ross Perot, he basically did get Bill Clinton elected. I mean, if you look at it. There were a lot of different things involved, but that's fascinating. I hadn't thought about that. Okay, so tell me about your family.
Absolutely. My dad runs a candle factory in Diederich. He started it out of his garage in 1995.
Really?
He worked for Stevens Industries in Teutopolis for a long time, 14, 15 years. Then he took a gamble. He went out on his own. We had my mom and my brother and my sister at the time, and he decided that he was going to leave Stevens and pursue a career in candle making. He saw a gentleman at a craft show carving candles. He decided that's something that he might want to do.
So carving, in addition to, he will also, of course, form them, I guess?
Yes, that's right. That's what happened. So he started that in 1995, and then in 1999, we had it out of the garage. He moved out to Bishop Township, the Diederich area where we reside now, and he built a machine shed, or not a machine shed, a shop behind the house, about 60 by 40, and he started manufacturing candles out of that shop.
That's fascinating.
And it grew from there. Now he has a 16,000 square foot structure in Diederich.
Wow.
He manufactures scented candles, wooden wicks, and lids. He's out of the carving industry. But the reason I bring this up is because I grew up with the small business, hard work ethic, the conservative values that we have in this district of, spending less than you make, being prosperous by yourself, the self-perseverance that we all have in this district. So that was instilled at me at a very young age, and he had always taught me you need to be cognizant of what's going around you politically, because this will affect business and affect how we live.
Really?
But my mother and father were married in 1982. I was born in 84. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister that are around my age, and then I have a sister who was born in 2000 and a little brother who was born in 2004. So
that's a wide family.
20 years difference between me and my younger brother.
No kidding.
But everybody gets along really well.
I got to ask, can you make a candle?
I sure can. I could do it right now.
No, you could not.
I sure could.
How do you make a candle? All right, tell me, how do you go about making a candle? I always see those wood wicks. I'm thinking, man, those things, they got to break too easy. How do you make a candle?
Well, you want to know how to carve a candle, or how to
carve a candle?
How to carve a candle.
Either one.
Yeah, it starts with a mold.
Okay.
And you pour wax in that mold. Then you have to let it harden.
Okay.
Then you have to pop the mold and get the mold out. Because at 11 years old, I remember just vividly.
So that was your gig.
Popping mold. It was rough. My fingers would get coarse and the catchy edge. Then you bang it on the table. You get it out, and then what you have to do is you have a dipping machine, not a machine, hand dipping candles. It could be about the size of this table, and you have different waxes, different colored waxes, and you dip it in there. You dip it in there multiple times, and then you put it up on a hook, and then you literally will carve that candle, because it'll be warm wax around that mold, and you just carve different different designs.
Okay, so the wax is behind the mold, or it's outside?
It encapsulates it. So
okay.
you dip the mold in the wax, is what you do.
This is fascinating.
I haven't carved one. I carved my Unity candle when I was married, so it's been almost 10
It's
years.
the last time you carved a
And
candle.
before that, it was probably 6 years prior to that. So,
Oh, well,
but,
he didn't have you doing it as the gig. It wasn't the gig anymore to get you through school, I guess, at that point.
that's right.
That is a nice. I didn't realize 16,000 feet. That's big. That's a big facility.
Yes.
Manufacturing facility. All from basically starting out in his garage.
All in the garage, all taking a chance, leaving Stevens and saying, I'm going out on my own and I want to do something for myself, which is essentially what I'm trying to do.
Did your mom think he was crazy?
Yes, I thought he was crazy.
Yeah. When did he do it?
But he did it in 1995. I'd have
So
been
you
11.
were
I was
old enough to
11.
think your dad was crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And him when he left Stevens and then we started to do this, things got a little tight.
Yeah,
So that's when I really thought he was crazy.
Yeah.
You know? But
Well, it's a leap of faith.
absolutely. But my mom was completely and totally on board throughout the entire process. Still is today.
That's so cool. That is really cool. Talking today with Adam Niemerg. We're talking about a wide variety of subjects. We're going to get to know him a little bit further. When we return, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Adam and I will be back right after this. Do please stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Welcome back, folks. Watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Adam Niemerg. He is running for office, running for the state representative of the 109th District. That's a Southern Illinois district here, all the way from White County down in Carmi up all the way to Effingham County, almost into Effingham.
Yep.
Where's the cutoff, by the way, on Route 40 there?
It's on J.C. Avenue, just south of Effingham, and then the cutoff on 40 is right by Stevens Industries on Race Street.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I see. I've got to go. I'm going to T-Town tonight. So.
Okay.
So I want to. I did not realize where it was.
Yeah, you might make a turn and be in my district. You might make a turn and be in somebody else's.
Well, I'm going to be driving up 1775th Street.
Okay.
And when I get across, that's probably on one side is the district, and one side's not the district.
It is. It is. And 1775th Street's close to where I live.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
See, it's a small world,
That's
ladies and
right.
gentlemen. It's a tremendously small world. I asked you to tell me about your family, and you skipped straight to your mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a family of your own.
That's right. My wife and I have been married for almost 10 years. 10 years in May.
Mm-hmm.
We have a beautiful family.
What's her name?
Trina.
Trina. Okay.
Yeah. And my son is 4. His name is Benjamin.
All right.
And my little girl is Genevieve. We call her Vivi, and she is 16 or 17 months, right in there.
I love that. Usually if you've got a name Genevieve, it's going to be Jenny.
Right.
Or somebody like, or Genevieve.
Yeah, don't tell my wife. She did not want Jenny. She made sure that
I'm not saying
Vivi.
your wife's not here.
Right. She said, we need to make sure it's not Jenny. It's Vivi.
You realize, I mean, usually with Genevieve, you never hear Vivi. That's pretty good. I like that. I've got a picture. Tell me, where is this being
That's
taken?
at Thanksgiving this past Thursday at my in-laws up in Spring Valley.
Okay.
And that's right before we went out to enjoy Thanksgiving with her family. Went to both sides of her family. And Vivi she might be a little grouchy there, but Ben's pretty happy.
Vivi looks like she's a little. She looks grouchy again here.
Yeah, we were in Olney last night for the Christmas parade, and she was a lot more grouchy than this picture. She wasn't too happy. But yeah, that's Benjamin there, and Genevieve and Vivi, and they're wonderful. They're really
Now
great
this
kids.
isn't from last night.
No, that is from Clay County for the Louisville parade.
Is that the same one here?
Yes, that's the same one.
Okay. I see. Now that's one of the things that folks probably don't. Did you realize how much work goes into becoming a political candidate before you decided to do it?
I did and I didn't. I was told that you will be out all the time, you'll be gone all the time, and it was, if you're going to do this, we're going to put in a lot
What
of
was
work.
the genus of it? Whenever you decided to do it, how did Trina take the discussion?
She said, go for it. Absolutely, I'm behind you 100%. And she's been behind me ever since we started, and she is my campaign manager.
Okay,
and
so now you can tell me what she really said.
without her, this would not be happening. Plain and
Is
simple.
that right?
Plain and simple. She has been so supportive. She's been outgoing, and without her, I would not be sitting right here, being able to pursue my dream of political office.
No kidding.
She knows that this is
That is very
what
supportive.
I've always
isn't it?
wanted to do. Oh, unbelievably supportive. Unbelievably supportive.
She knows that it's what you've always wanted to do. Why? When did you first tell her you were interested in politics? She probably realized in college.
Our first date, probably.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I can't believe she went out on date number 2.
I would say, yeah, because it was made very clear. My friends my friends that were there probably said something along the lines of, "Well, I hope you're Republican."
Yeah. Hope you're a conservative.
That's right. But she's always known. So whenever this opportunity presented itself to us, it was really no surprise to her. And she said, "Okay, this is something that you need to do."
Had you thought about it while David Rice was still? Let me rephrase my question. Bailey took out an incumbent,
Right.
and there is currently no incumbent in this seat since Bailey's there, but he's
Right, he's
running for
running
the
for
other.
Senate,
He's
yes.
running for Senate. That had to make this a little bit more attractive to you. But
Yes,
would
it
you
did.
have done it otherwise?
Eventually, yes. This may have not been the time, but eventually I would have, because I don't want to be sitting in the future saying I didn't take that risk.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to look when I'm older. Whenever I'm looking back, I don't want to have that regret, because this is always something that I need to do, something that I've always wanted to do. I've talked politics my entire life, so I might as well give it a shot, and and go with it. So.
How often, whenever you're talking politics, do people just zone out occasionally, or do people listen?
They listen.
Do they really?
do listen, because I try to make it open and honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't talk about...
You're not talking over folks.
That's right. I want to talk with them. So I take the Republican and I take the Democrat, the R and the D, and I say, let's put these under the table. I don't want you to know who I am, and I don't want to know who you are.
Sure.
Let's talk policy. Let's just talk about the state of what we're dealing with in Illinois, and let's just see where we are. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, you'll find out that they're more conservative than
in this area.
In this area, and they agree with what you have to say, and then you'll find out they'll say, "Well, I'm a Democrat," and I'll say, "Well, just everything that we discussed, keeping our financial house in order, pension reform, pro-life legislation, and protection of the Second Amendment, you might want to revisit that." And it's just a very open and honest conversation.
How have you been surprised with folks' openness or willingness to talk on the campaign trail, or do folks occasionally thinking, "Oh, I don't want to talk to this guy"?
They're open, very open. They're open more now than ever.
This surprise you?
No, it's not. It hasn't surprised me because of the state of everything in Illinois and the direction that we're going. Essentially, they're fed up. They're ready for some change, and they're becoming very vocal about this change and about what they want to see and what they want done in Illinois, because a lot of my district, it goes right up against Indiana.
Yeah.
So when I'm talking to a business owner or I'm talking to an individual that their property taxes are going up, or they're concerned about the $15 an hour minimum wage.
Vincennes all the way down to
right
Mount
there.
Vernon.
They're
Yeah.
telling me, "Adam, why would I stay in your district? Why wouldn't I move to Princeton? Or why wouldn't I move to Vincennes, where my life can be easier, or Evansville, where my life can be easier, and they're better on business?" And they say, "Adam, the only reason I'm still here is because of my family." And I sit back and I'll tell them exactly what I believe and what I want to do. But at the end of it, I don't really have an answer for them, because why would they want to stay here with the state of the economy, with pushing businesses out, with a $15 an hour minimum wage? There's a lot more incentive. So we need to change that. We need to swing the pendulum and chip away at this poor legislation and get our financial house in order.
I mentioned earlier, we talked about, actually I was mentioning the marijuana thing.
Right.
It's going to be, the legalization thing is going to be, there's a show in Salem tonight, of kind of an informatory thing. How much learning have you done prior to elections to know to get yourself up to speed on current issues as well as maybe potential issues to come? Now, clearly on financial, you've got your foot pretty deep in the water.
Yes.
Whereas maybe like sports gambling, or I always bring up sports gambling because I do a show.
Right.
I've got a sports gambling show. Have you seen it yet?
No, I have not.
It's really cool.
I'll watch
Take the
it.
points. It's
Absolutely.
a good show. We do it once a week, and it's a lot of fun. But I've got a sports gambling show, and you have in this district, you have what has become probably what will become the largest employer in Edwards County is the legal marijuana. How much did you know about these different issues or other issues before you got hopped in on the trail?
I've read a lot of the bills that were passed in the last few years. Yes, beforehand. Before. I try to keep up to speed on the legislation that's being drafted. I go to the 101st General Assembly's website, and I'll kind of read who's voting on what issues, and I'll read through the legislation myself. And the reason I read through the legislation myself is I don't want somebody telling me what to believe or how to believe it or how I should vote.
You don't want it filtered.
That's right. I want to see it firsthand to see, okay, where would I be on this? And what would my opinions be? So, yes, I have read it and tried to get as familiar as I can with the social end of what we're dealing with in this state, because the social end of it with the legalization of marijuana and perhaps the gambling is a big revenue booster for our counties. And support, eventually for our counties and to support our local economies to kind of get us going again. But in addition to that, I want to enact TIF reforms, tax increment financing, and try to get that going in some of our areas so we can bring factories in, so we can generate even more revenue, which will decrease property taxes, which will help everybody out as well and bring people back to the state.
I love it. I love hearing it, but I got to tell you, I just about giggled when I heard a politician saying to reduce property taxes.
That's right. We needed to reduce property taxes.
I'm coming to see you, Elizabeth. I mean, do you seriously, in your heart of hearts, think that could ever happen?
Yes, I do.
Do you really?
Yes, I do. I think we are on the precipice of great change in Illinois, and there is a movement that has begun in Southern Illinois saying, we're done, we're fed up.
Am I the only person who's had that reaction to you?
No, well, it's more of a, good luck with that. But if we can bring businesses back in, if we can boost revenue by having more people, by offering programs in our municipalities for lots, like half-acre lots, say, $5,000 a lot, or whatever, maybe to bring young people into our communities and to bring factories and bring good jobs back in, that'll boost our revenue so we can cut property taxes.
So you're talking all these new ideas too.
New ideas.
I mean, some of these ideas I haven't ever heard. Like you're talking about lots for folks. That's
right.
New one to me.
Yes, it is. If you go into Diederich, they started that a few years ago, and they've done a wonderful job on the north side of Diederich. It is expanding, just wonderful.
It's building
They're
huge.
doing great. Which that means we're going to have more revenue coming in.
Right.
So more people are paying property taxes. That's going to go into the school system, so you don't have to have so much on one particular person, saying, okay, you need to pay more because our per capita has gone down.
Well, that's the thing.
So,
Diederich, the population in Diederich has probably been fighting the. I mean, they have certainly fought the trend, haven't they? I mean, they are going in the right direction.
Yes, they are, and we need to get every city, every county in our district. I want them to grow.
Yeah.
And we need to do that. It's very important because that's where it starts.
That makes a ton of sense. Talking today with Adam Niemerg. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about a few other things. You are watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. Adam and I will be back right after this. Do please stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Welcome back, folks. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. You're watching. Appreciate you tuning in today. My guest is Adam Niemerg. He is from Dietrich, from T-Town, but lives in Dietrich. Where are you from? I mean, how long have you lived in Dietrich?
Well, 2000.
So somebody asked, where are you from? Where are you from?
T-Town, Totopolis. That's the answer. Yeah.
Well, I didn't. I mean, that's the thing. A lot of places you'll go. Actually, I know some folks in Wayne County who say, I've only lived here 30 years. I'm not from Wayne County yet.
It's a Dietrich. I have a Dietrich address, but the T-Town school system is what I'm in.
Oh,
so
really?
it's a T-Town school system, Dietrich address. So it's a little silly.
I'll be doggone. Yeah. So there you go. What do you do for time on your hobbies? What will folks catch you doing this time of year?
I might be sitting in a duck blind.
Sitting in a duck blind.
Yep.
Are you really?
Yes.
How long have you been duck hunter?
Oh, about 7 years. My father-in-law had got me into it because I used to deer hunt, and my father-in-law said, "Let's go duck hunting one day." So I went with him, and I've been hooked ever since.
What's the difference between duck hunting and deer hunting?
It costs a lot more to duck hunt.
I suspect it does.
Yeah. So I try to make friends with whoever I can that might have a boat or might have a blind.
I do have a picture of Adam and some of his ducks.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive take there.
That was a lot of fun. I was invited to duck hunt down in Forest City, Arkansas, a few years ago. Went down there with a friend, and we did fairly well.
What is typical?
Maybe one or two or none.
No kidding.
It just depends on where you're at and what's going on that year.
See, I've got some friends who go down and duck hunt in Little Grassy. They're down in that area down there, down Carbondale, Marion area, and they just talk about, it's so cold. It can get just tremendously cold. You're in the water or just above the water, right?
Yeah, sometimes you ask yourself, why am I here? And you never want to be the first guy to say, "I'm cold, we're done." You just wait it out. You just sit there and wait it out so somebody else says it first.
How big's the duck line? How many guys you got in a duck line?
Typically about 5 or 6.
Okay, so
depends who you're with and where you're hunting.
Are you watching different areas each?
That's right.
Are you really?
Everybody has their own little area they're watching, and
how do you keep? How do the I guess you train the dogs well. I was wondering how you keep the dogs from scaring ducks off.
Oh, they just. If you have a well-trained dog, it'll stay and until you start calling, it'll be quiet, and then they'll know right away when a shot's fired to go. If somebody
so they're trained for that. There's nobody saying go get them, Rover.
That's right. Once with shots heard, they can release the dog. And I'm probably I'd say compared to the guys that I've hunted with, I'm probably a novice. These guys, some of these gentlemen that I hunt with are very, very good.
No kidding.
But it's a lot of fun to sit in a blind with somebody and then just talk about our Second Amendment rights and what they're going to do as hunters. There you go, right there.
What's the season?
It depends where you're at. It translates from early October, like October 15th in northern Illinois, and then it just goes.
So it follows the harvest. It follows the migration.
Yes, it follows the migration, and then it goes down to southern Illinois, which goes up to like early January. But then it stops for other areas as you migrate down.
Yeah, this is fascinating. I've never talked duck hunting with somebody. The people who I talk duck hunting with usually are duck hunting with. They don't get all that many shots off.
Yeah, some days you can sit out there an entire day, see only 1 or 2 ducks, and you wonder, what am I doing?
You goose hunt too?
If one flies by, yeah.
Well, their migration, I think you see more of them than you would the ducks.
It's funny. You'll be sitting in a blind and you'll see some ducks and you might see 1 or 2 geese, but then you leave and you drive down the road, a farmer's pond, and you see 500 of them.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
funny.
you can't really stop and shoot out the window.
You can't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No. Well, that's cool. Do you pay attention? You're a T-Town kid. You must pay attention to sports.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We've got a great program at Totopolis, and all the programs in our district are wonderful. But
see, now that was a good save.
Yeah, that's
very
right.
impressive.
And I have made a joke that if Justin Fleener's watching, the coach of T-Town, baseball, he might have to lose a couple of games so I can win this election.
Well, now I'm trying to think so that people wouldn't be at the games.
Oh, so just so other areas of the district they can.
I see.
Yeah,
I see. So
But no,
so the people from Louisville aren't all.
we'll vote for Adam Niemerg.
Yeah,
There you go. That's
there
right.
you go.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, you're not terrifically well known. How do you get your name out there?
Meeting as many people as I can. Whenever we started this campaign, my wife and I made a decision that we're going to go out and get most of our signatures on our own, and we're going to knock on as many doors.
Oh, so you got your own
Yeah,
petitions?
A majority, yes, we did. So
Okay.
we knocked on a lot of doors throughout the entire district, picking up the phone and calling people and just saying, what can I do for you as a representative of the 109th? What can I do to change things in Illinois? What are your concerns? And meeting as many people as I can and sitting down for lunches and breakfasts and dinners and going to as many events as I possibly could and just saying, what can I do to help?
Yeah.
I want to know what your thoughts are.
You've said that you've said the folks have been very open and honest
Yes.
with you, and that's pretty cool.
Yes.
Have you been surprised? Now that they're mentioning business and that kind of stuff, were you surprised at what the folks might have been have issues with the minimum wage, with pension reform? Maybe pension reform is not the first thing that hops to your mind.
No, it's not, and it's a tough issue because it's not just a journalistic issue where you just say pension reform. You really
There's
you
a
get into
lot that goes into it.
It's almost as if, oh my gosh, we don't even want to deal with that. It's
Yeah.
just so much that goes on, but we need to
Yeah.
deal with it. As far as businesses go, I wasn't too surprised with what I've heard, just because I've been hearing it for years from my own father about, okay, this is what they're doing, this is what Illinois is enacting, and I've always kind of been on the cutting edge of that.
Yeah.
But I was surprised to hear it from individuals throughout the entire district, almost identical.
And not
So-
even business owners.
Right. So what I'd hear
Just
is
individuals who work
yes,
places.
that's right. So I could be in Carmi, or I could be in Louisville, or I could be in Flora, or I could be in just other in Fairfield, just other parts of our district, and they're saying the same thing. I could walk in and I'll say, "What can I do to help? What is on your mind?" And I can almost, in my mind, know what they're going to say next because they have the same concerns. It's not a one-off. This minimum wage will stifle business in Southern Illinois.
Yeah.
Because they won't have the money to pay as many employees. They won't have the infrastructure to put into
So
their
you're going to have
business.
fewer employees.
Right, and it's not just about the minimum wage. You'll have employees that are making $15 or $18 an hour today,
Right.
and you will have to increase their salary
That's exactly right.
to keep up with that minimum wage, that percentage.
Even if you'll have to do that, whether or not they're union, because union
That's right.
it's locked in.
Yes.
You're going to have you'll have the wage increase.
That's right. So you can really forecast your expenditures, but obligations are a little bit different whenever you're running a budget or financials to try to think where you're going to be at. And since the state of affairs in Illinois is honestly become anti-business, a lot of business owners are having a hard time forecasting where they're going to be or offsetting their costs and trying to think, okay, where are we going to be in 5 or 10 years? And honestly, it hits them at the employee level. So we need to lower that minimum wage, make sure it doesn't happen, and bring more business back to
how do you take out, or how do you not take out? That's a poorly choice of words. How do you catch up to the supermajority?
Well, I think that we've got a great movement started. And I think that I know it's hard, but I'm very optimistic, and I think we can do it. If we can just chip away at what they have done over the last 30 years and get back to Southern Illinois conservative values and all conservative values in Illinois,
Yeah.
and just start enacting constructive change. It's not going to happen overnight, but little things that we can do to start chipping away at the financials end of it, become more solvent, to get our financial house in order, we can start going that way. And the facts are on our side. No question about it. The budget, the financials, the social issues, everything that we stand for in Southern Illinois in this district as conservative Republicans, the facts are on our side.
How do folks get a hold of you?
217-663-2207, or they can go to my Facebook. My phone number's on my Facebook. Send me a Facebook message. Send me a text. And I want people to call me. If they have questions about what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it, or an issue at all they'd like to discuss, pick up the phone.
Give it again, please.
217-663-2207.
Or go find Adam Niemerg.
Adam Niemerg on Facebook.
Adam
and I do
Niemerg.
have a website, Adam Niemerg for State Rep.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Man.
Thanks very much for being here,
Oh,
Adam.
thank
I'd
you
shake
so
your
much,
hand,
Bruce.
but I'd hate to.
That's
I
all
don't
right.
want to infect you.
Thank you for having me. Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in today. We're going to come back tomorrow, and I think we got Zach Steele's going to be here. Have a great day. See you soon.
Bye.